Hello guys, Nightspectre here, bringing you another League of Legends cast. We're just in the game. No, we're not. We're 2 minutes into the game. I'm a bad liar, and for that I am sorry. And it will be like this in the future, because I can't find any games that start at the 0-minute mark. For the sites that I usually use are a bit broken for now, but I hope they'll fix it after New Year. Of course, everyone is taking their days off, so I can't really blame them. Let's go through the lanes quickly now, shall we? Bottom lane will be for blue team Ezreal and Leona versus Lulu and the Misfortune. I'll talk about Misfortune rather soon when I'm done. Middle lane will be Pantheon versus Twisted Fate, which is actually a rather good combination, because both of them have pretty much the same ultimate at level 6. Well, it has the same effect in the end, so that will be rather nice. Pantheon counters out Twisted Fate rather nicely then, considering he also has a shield which will block out most of the damage. Nidalee here on top versus a Skarner, trying to juke it out a little bit, trying to bait him towards where there is a Nautilus. So Nautilus going in, missing the dredge line because of course Skarner flashed away, and of course with his crystalline exoskeleton he can run rather fast. But instead it's baiting it out. This is going to be a kill onto Nautilus. Even Twisted Fate is there, giving a lot of assists to the enemy team. Nidalee throwing a spear there, but she needs to be careful, for the Kha'zix leap has been off cooldown now. So the junglers were Kha'zix and Nautilus, but they died. Pantheon giving a Heartseeker strike to Twisted Fate, some kisses, saying welcome back to the lane, where were you? I was worried about you. And then probably going to kill him, because of course Twisted Fate has burned his flesh, which isn't a good thing at all. So I was going to talk about Misfortune, because we've seen her a lot in the latest tournament, the OGN. Well, it were the quarterfinals that I saw between... Oh, never mind, middle here. Pantheon was pushing way too hard. Kha'zix doing a lot of damage. Pantheon going balls to the walls mode. Heartseeker strike will get the kill. Will he be able to escape? Kha'zix says no. Kha'zix says no indeed. Dredge line of Nautilus missing. If Nautilus was able to hit his dredge line, it might have been a kill if Kha'zix was pulled towards the tower just a little bit. Now Misfortune getting stunned by the Leona will take a lot of damage, but will it be enough? Oh, well, it will be a 1-for-1 on the bottom lane. Now the supports duking it out against each other. Won't be enough. Actually, almost enough. Leona now running away. Oh no, and not! There's going to be a Zenith Blade. Will the Eclipse hit? Oh, well, after a flash it probably will. So Leona doing a great job. Acting is fairly important when you're playing League of Legends, because she acted like, oh, I'm gonna kill you, Lulu. Oh no, you have minions. I need to run away. And then straight afterwards a Zenith Blade to the face and you die. That's how you play League. You act like you're William Shatner. Why William Shatner? I don't know, but he reminds me of fantasy somehow. So Skarner taking the golems, giving himself an even bigger edge. Of course he did. Oh, nice dredge line there by Nautilus. Will this be a kill? Pantheon not using Heartseeker strike, hoping that the spear will be enough. Of course, the throw spear ability can crit, but it won't crit. Keep it in mind that Heartseeker strike, of course, does critical damage when your enemy is below 15%. So that's an instant crit with the spear if he's low enough. Pantheon really wants the kill, but he needs to be careful, for Kha'zix is here in the rear with the gear. Not going to get the kill though. I think Pantheon actually going to show his pretty little face towards her, but he's just going to walk away. Though Gold Card says no, Pantheon says yes. Oh, one more auto attack might be enough. It's going to be a stun by Pantheon. Go away, Kha'zix, you might die. Tanking a lot of turret shots there, but the Nautilus was too far away anyway, so it doesn't matter. Lulu being cheeky here, going to use Whimsy onto her, so she just runs away rather quickly. Whimsy giving her ability power and movement speed. Now Nautilus going into the middle, will hit auto attack the Twisted Fate and then a dredge slide straight afterwards, but Pantheon needs to be so careful. The Heartseeker strike will do the rest though, so great play by Pantheon, not going in too soon, or else he would have died by Twisted Fate. Of course, if he uses the Aegis of Zonia, he gets a new stack of his shield. No, he gets a new Aegis protection entirely. Ooh, nice spear, Nidalee, but the exoskeleton blocking most of it. So it has been a rather busy game for now. Blue team is not in the lead, even though they have a lead in kills. You must know that red team is farming just a little bit better, and they had first blood, which means they had a little bit more money to begin with. Of course, that first blood gave away a lot of assists. Kha'zix walking over a wall, but blue team is not interested. Ezreal will probably not survive it. Taste their fear, leap, and then an auto attack. The double up by oh no, be careful there, Leona. Oh my god, the Eclipse actually getting the kill. So yeah, I thought Leona was going to die there and Kha'zix was just going to run away, but people tend to underestimate the damage that Eclipse can do. They forget that Leona levels it first. Well, a normal Leona player levels it first, and it does a lot of damage if you level an ability first. It is level 3, so it does 160 damage to pretty much everyone. Of course, the tower did a lot of damage as well, don't get me wrong, but this Leona has killed 2 people with only her Eclipse. Well, she did way more than that, of course, but the Eclipse finished everyone off. Double hit hitting her, that's a pity. Nautilus was trying to gank mid, but I'll keep in mind on top for a while, because I've never seen a Skarner top, now that I think about it. Think about it! Oh no, those spear shots do a lot of damage. Your spears as well, Nidalee, don't get me wrong, but they are called javelins. Pantheons are actual spears. Kha'zix giving blue to the Twisted Fate, will get it nice and easy. Kha'zix also one of the big, huge factors on the quarterfinal of the OGN. That was a quite awesome game, I say. It was an awesome game. So you had misfortune in pretty much all of those games of the OGN quarterfinal between... who was it again? Let me guess. It was Azubu Frost versus CJ. Yeah, and it was actually quite amazing, I must say. I might put a link to the VOD on below this video if I can find it. I think I can. Ooh, nice spear there, Nidalee. But again, exoskeleton blocking most of it, I think. So keep in mind, this is actually an ability power up Nidalee, which is pretty hard to do on a top lane normally. Oh my god, this is not dodgeable, Kha'zix. So a nice dredge line there. Red buff will probably slow him down. Twisted Fate is coming, but so is Pantheon. Immediately answering to the call whenever he sees Twisted Fate using his teleport and he's not able to use Aegis of Zonia, he will use his Grand Skyfall to make sure that he is there wherever Twisted Fate is. Nice try there, Ezreal, but you did not hit the misfortune. However, you have a Lulu hero. Oh, they're actually going for it. Of course, Leona is level 7. Lulu is not, so she got hit by the ultimate no matter what. Solar Flare slows you when you get hit by the edges. Now Kha'zix going in onto Nidalee. Nidalee flashing away there. Thought it was necessary. I bet to differ. Twisted Fate getting a lot of damage by the tosses of the spears by Pantheon. He has blue buff as well, so he can just perma-throw these spears. There's no troubles there. Gets hit by wildcards though. Skarner going to the bottom, showing his pretty face to Leona. Will try to use his ultimate, but it will not work. This Leona is a threat, Skarner. Be careful. Oh, middle actually got a kill there, but we will check out whether or not Skarner will prevail. He will not. Ravage does not do enough damage, so let's check out what happened in the middle. I'm sorry, I picked the wrong lane. It happens from time to time. So we have Pantheon going in, Aegis of Zonia, and then the Ignite does the rest. I'll just walk away like a pimp, because I'm Pantheon. Did he get a refresh on his blue? Yes, he did, so that's pretty amazing. He will have blue for the entirety of, well, probably once his own blue respawns. He will get a new blue then, so he will have blue for quite a long time. Nautilus trying to tank, trying to, well, soak up some experience that would have been missed by the bottom lane anyway, so why not? Pushing it a little bit. There you go, nice loss hitting, I might say. Pretty surprising that Skarner was on the bottom lane, to be honest. He did have teleport. Oh my god, that damage! Well, that's a dead little Lulu. Actually flashed away there, Pantheon. You shouldn't have been that scared. You had Nautilus with you. You could have baited a little bit. So, one of the strengths of Pantheon is that he does insane amounts of damage in a very short period of time. Especially when he goes damage. And why not go damage? You have an AP Nidalee. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So why not go AD? Also, you will see that in the... I will post a link of it on the bottom because it was such an awesome game. But there was a full AD team, Assassin team versus a full AD Bruiser team. And of course, I'm not going to spoil it. But this team does not do the full AD. They go for Nidalee. Of course, this is the patch where Black Cleaver has been nerfed a little bit. We have Twisted Fate just standing in a brush here. So you cannot just stack black cleavers. The game that I'm talking about did have all the black cleavers. Kha'zix going in from behind, but of course was spotted from miles away. Twisted Fate wanted to use his ultimate. That's why he was standing there. Of course, as long as they don't know he's in the middle, they'll know that he's not in the middle. So you can expect him anytime. Ooh. Let's check out Pantheon's items. He does have his black cleaver, but Kha'zix going in from behind. Of course, his auto attacks get blocked, so his unseen predator doesn't really do that much damage. It's unseen threat. Sorry for that. That rhymes. Nidalee with the spear! Barely missing there. Was a pity indeed. Is going for the Tear of the Goddess. You tend to see it a lot. And more than not, Nidalee will go for a Mana Mune. Because it's awesome. It gives you mid-game aggression. Oh, that's a lot of damage there. And the Solar Flare hitting the Lulu. There's no escape there. Misfortune doing a lot of damage there. Twisted Fate going in from far away. But Ezreal flashing aggressively there. Needs to be careful now. Pantheon going for the Grand Skyfall. Will not hit anyone. Not even kill a minion. Well, he will with an auto attack. Skarner now getting spotted again with the gank by Nautilus there. Nautilus is saving up his depth charge just for Skarner. Nice jump over the wall by Nidalee. We shall see what items she will get. Of course, Skarner can slow you whenever you're close to him. That Crystalline Slash is such a hazard. But I think the... Yes, indeed, Dredgeline will be off cooldown rather shortly, but Kha'zix blocks it. Will take a lot of damage because of it, but he can still use his ultimate to get away. But no, he will not. The slow of Nautilus was able to hit, and the spear was barely dodged. I need a drink. I've been casting 3 games for now. So my voice is probably going to die after this game. It depends on how long it will take. As you guys know, well, I know it too, because I had this game saved up for quite a while. Apparently it will end at the 25-minute mark, so we shall see what's going to happen, guys. This is one of the first and the only times that I know how long a game is as well as you do. You always know it, and I always say, you dirty apes, you know how it's going to end, and I don't. Pantheon actually standing still there. I thought he was going to stun the Twisted Fate, but apparently not. And the spear of Nidalee hitting there. I really hope she goes for a Muramasa. Well, a Manamune, let's say Muramasa when she completes her tier. Missing your spear there, little girl. Because I don't think that the ability power item Seraph or Seraphim or whatever it's called is not really that good. It gives you a big shield considering the amounts of mana you have. But I don't think Nidalee will go for any other mana items anyway, so I prefer the Manamune. It also goes quite well with your Lichbane if you go for it, because it will increase your AD damage by a lot more. Dredgeline hitting there, the stun hitting there, and that's going to be Heartseeker Strike, killing spree for Pantheon. The combination of Pantheon and Nautilus is just too strong to handle. Twisted Fate can only gold card once, and that's not enough, because these amounts of CC that Nautilus has is unparalleled. He has 4 crowd control abilities, which is the most in the game. Another ultimate going down by Pantheon. He was able to land the stun, so that will be a very quick kill. Zenith Blade hitting the Lulu. Now we have Nautilus there as well, going to flash in and auto attack. Wild Growth will not be enough, and that will be a double kill for Ezreal. The AD carry, a teleport going in. That's retarded, and actually he's going to run away immediately. You can't cancel that ability, Skarner. Instead, he's just going to troll walk around. Of course, all the crowd control abilities of blue team had already been used, so there's not really that much they could do. So he could just run around quickly. Of course, if he didn't use his flash, he would have died. We will live, he would have died. Nidalee going to farm because she's lonely. She's not going to destroy this tower yet. Or maybe she won't. But there's a Kha'zix going in from below. Will he jump? Well, he leapt. But he prefers to farm. Dodges a spear like Neo from the Matrix, pretty much. It was fairly close. Now Skarner going top as well, so Nidalee should back off. She has a ward right over here, so Skarner has been spotted. Instead she wanted to throw another spear, but she will miss. My mouse goes bazonkers. And now Skarner is there. Of course he has his ultimate if needed be. Nidalee knows this, so she flashes away immediately. Wise choice. Then again, Pantheon in the middle got a quick kill. I think the only thing he needs to do is throw a spear, use his Aegis of Zhonya, and then Heartseeker Strike, and then kill him. Which is exactly what he's going to do. Well, the order is a little bit different, but it doesn't matter. The cooldown of that spear toss is so low, You do not even want to know it, especially with blue buff. It is a 2.8 second stun, and Nidalee is going to die. Is she able to heal her? No, she is not. And even though she has a spear, Nidalee, and the heal is not cost effective enough, especially if you don't have a blue buff to go... Wait a second. To go for to level your heal first. Even though she is level 13 no, level 11. So the heal is only level 3, which is not that much, but it will be eventually. Yeah, thanks for the pings, guys. I almost missed that. Wild Growth onto Misfortune, but the damage of Pantheon is too big. The Zenith Blade was too much. Twisted Fate going in from the rear. Glitterlance will get the kill. Actually, I lied. It was Help Pix. So Pix, the little fly. Oh, Depth Charge going in. Pantheon with the stun. Used it a bit too early, but will it matter? No, it will not. For the spear will crit. Nice leap there by Kha'zix. Of course, the ability gets blocked, but it will be a shutdown. And a much needed one at that. Now it's going to be Nautilus going for the kill onto Kha'zix. I think Nautilus has this in the bag. Does Kha'zix have enough money for the leap? Yes, he does. So he will just jump over the wall. Nautilus was not able to follow. And now it's going to be a kill for the Skarner because he sticks to your target. Oh no, Dredge Line away, but the slow is just too much to handle. So a kill on Skarner, an assist for Kha'zix. So Red Team trying to turn this game around. They're only behind 2,500 gold, which isn't that much. Of course, this tower will probably get destroyed, so it will be 1,000 gold more. Nidalee doesn't have a ward anymore, so she is going to cry for a while. I wonder which item she's going for, because I don't know. She has all kinds of items. She confuses me. I find your items confusing. She doesn't go for an early Masamune, Manamune. God damn it, Riot, please. Crying out loud, why do you name it like that? You have Manamune and you have Muramasa. Well, Muramasa was actually a real guy. But Manamune? I don't know. Nidalee trying to go in onto Twisted Fate. Instead will tank a lot of turret shots. Almost dying, but she will be able to get away. Now it's going to be aggression on the bottom lane. Wild Growth has been used by Lulu just to prevent any action, but that won't stop Misfortune. I mean Leona. The real Misfortune, because she's fortunate. Sorry, I'm going back to the middle where another fight has happened, where a lot of CC will probably rule the game. One more spear toss will be enough. Actually, he wants the ignite to tick, and it was enough, so that was nonchalant, but it was awesome at the same time, because it was nonchalant. That nonchalant doesn't mean awesome. Oh, it means spear hit! That's not the meaning of nonchalant either, but it was an awesome spear regardless. Skarner now on the bottom lane, trying to get the kill onto Ezreal. Might actually succeed if he continues this. Of course, do not underestimate the damage capabilities of an Ezreal, but instead he's going man mode, even though he is an arachnid. He will go for it though. Will try and get the kill onto Ezreal before Pantheon arrives. He succeeded, and now he's going to slither his way out of there, even though he has legs. And that's the crystalline exoskeleton. He will get away. Of course, Nidalee will go in, will get stopped. Another movement speed boost there for Skarner. By the Whimsy, need to be careful there, Twisted Fate. You have perfect vision on the enemy. You know where they are. He doesn't want to give away his blue buff, and I understand. But Nidalee will probably spear it regardless if you do not smite steal it. So there's nothing you can do there, Twisted Fate. We will keep watch on the blue just in case. We have Nautilus, so he can smite steal if needed be. And he will not instead. The wise thing to do by Kha'zix, he will use smite himself. Nidalee would have probably stolen it, or Nautilus would have stolen it. There was no way for Twisted Fate to, or for Kha'zix to safely give it to Twisted Fate without it being stolen. Skarner likes him having a red buff, and he wants to go for it apparently. He is quite tanky, he has a very early Sunfire cape, dodges the Dredge Line amazingly, but that will be that. We have Ezreal going in with the Mystic Shot, misses though. We have Lulu here in the brushes, but there's a Leona coming in from the sides. They will probably kill her. Kha'zix will leap in. Will the Void Spikes hit? Doesn't matter. She just Zenith Blades into the entire party and then flashes over the wall. So great play by Leona, I must say. Nobody expected that. Now it's going to be Pantheon running away for his life. Gold card will hit. Wild cards will hit. Shut up, Misfortune on Pantheon. Won't be enough. She had cleansed. Oh! So Skarner tried to use Impale onto Ezreal there. Ezreal uses Arcane Shift, and of course that stops the impale because the animation is a bit too long. Depth charge it! Depth charge the girl! Well, you got silenced as the spear did not hit. Now depth charge get used. That's a lot of damage. Kha'zix jumping over the solar flare will not get hit by it. The spear, however, will kill his friend Skarner. Dredgeline hitting the Lulu, but she gets knocked against the tower. Nidalee is not interested in Lulu, and why would she? But the Ezreal ultimate killing 2 players, by the way. Doesn't matter if Nidalee hits his spears or not, as long as Ezreal hits his ultimate, all is well. Misfortune, you need to be careful there. You are under siege by an AP Nidalee. If you get hit by the spear, a Dredgeline will kill you. Actually, Ezreal wants to go for it. Spear almost hitting there, but that will be the tier 1 inhibitor down.
Red team's turret has been
So the inner the inner tower has been destroyed. Only the inhibitor tower of the middle lane remains. Dragon is up apparently in a few seconds, so that will be another dragon for blue team, increasing their lead even more. Or they're just trolling me and just pinging some random little position on the map. Yes, Leona, I heard you laughing. Yeah, I saw what you did there. So Skarner again going for red. Doesn't really need it for his Skarner. He has a perma slow to begin with. But hey, it gives him a more permanent slow, which is awesome. Blue team has nothing better to do than to wait for a dragon, which they probably didn't time, even though it's easy to do. All you need to do is turn on timestamps in chat. Oh, actually dragon has spawned and dynamic camera decides it's no longer interesting. I'm going top. So I will use my... Oh, it didn't spawn. I'm just retarded. So as I said, there it is. You can activate timestamps in chat, so you only need to press enter now. The game automatically says like this: the blue team has slain the dragon, then it will appear in your chat screen. Pantheon has slain the dragon, and then you'll have the time right next to it. So only thing you need to remember is that dragon spawns at the 6th minute mark, and there's that. You don't need to type anything anymore. So timestamp, guys, use it. It is wonderful. It also works better at reporting if you would play World of Warcraft, for instance, but in any other online situation, if you have a timestamp and a moderator says, when did something happen, you just check your timestamp and you say, it happened at that time, and then the moderator can go, la 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 la, oh yes, it did happen, fine, I will do whatever it is you wanted me to do. Sorry, I'm talking madness here, but nothing was happening anyway for now. Of course, red team has now regrouped in the middle. Blue team is still pretty much everywhere. They were waiting for a dragon, and red team didn't really trust it. At Pantheon going for a grand skyfall onto Skarner. Of course, he is Skarner, one of the fastest champions in the world. Twisted Fate trying to give him some much needed assistance, and Skarner will just walk away. Now depth charge is going to hit, but then again, will he be able to get away? I don't think it will, of course. Nice leap there. It was necessary because Kha'zix leaped right in the middle of Pantheon's stun. Dredgeline will not hit anyone. Great escape, I must say. Ooh, nice spear as well, I must say. But a great escape, I must say. Almost hitting the Aegis of Zhonya there. Nidalee is still in the fray. Will hit another spear on a minion. Will get away. Red team still trying to turtle this one out. It's so exciting. And I'm not hiding because I'm in a room with windows. So, blue team going for the push. Of course, they have way better poke, but Misfortune is using her ultimate to prevent anything from happening. So you tend to see a lot of Misfortunes now lately. But, well, she will go for the item I was going to talk about, because Black Cleaver and her ultimate combine so well. Just the initial shots of her ultimate will make it so that you have all 4 Black Cleaver stacks on you immediately. Red team trying to do whatever. Leona going in man mode, even though she is a woman. Will use her ultimate perfectly. Will she be able to get away though? She might actually get away. She did get away. Kha'zix trying to go for the kill. Will leap towards her and actually get the kill and then leap away. The ignite will not kill her. Run, little bug. Oh, dodging the spear. Nidalee is going to chase him. I'm going to check this chase out because of course Nidalee is a very fast champion indeed. Misfortune is the only one holding the fort on the middle. Kha'zix running. Is his leap off cooldown yet? It almost is. 5 seconds remaining for his leap. He will probably escape death. Spear will not hit. Flash away by Kha'zix. Leap away by Kha'zix. He will survive. And that's the surrender. So guys, I hope you enjoyed. And I will see you next time. Whatever it is I'll do. Whenever it is I'll do it. Bye. Why was I singing that? Heh.